Hey guys, it's Whiskey. Welcome to Palm Tree Elegy. This poem today is Khalil Gibran again, our Lebanese slash Syrian poet. I read him a couple weeks ago, and his stuff is just so amazing and so awesome. And the question this week is, do you ever just have a passion about something and you want to go so headstrong into it and you want to keep going and you throw all of the caution to the wind just to have something be a hiccup in front of you because you didn't use any reason when you're throwing all the caution to the wind? We get better at this as we're older and we learn our lessons because of the roadblocks that we hit. But this poem talks about that, and we'll talk more about it after I do the reading. So this one is called Reason and Passion. Your soul is oftentimes a battlefield, often which your reason and your judgment wage war against your passion and your appetite. Would that I could be the peacemaker in your soul, that I might turn the discord and the rivalry of your elements into oneness and melody. But how shall I, unless you yourselves be also the peacemakers, nay, the lovers of all your elements? Your reason and your passion are the rudder and the sails of your seafaring soul. If either your sails or your rudder be broken, you can but toss and drift, or else be held at a standstill in mid-seas. For reason, ruling alone, is a force confining, and passion, unattended, is a flame that burns to its own destruction. Therefore, let your soul exalt your reason to the height of passion, that it may sing, and let it direct your passion with reason, that your passion may live through its own daily resurrection, and like the phoenix rise above its own ashes. I would have you consider your judgment and your appetite even as you would two loved guests in your house. Surely you would not honor one guest above the other, for he who is more mindful of one loses the love and faith of both. Among the hills, when you sit in the cool shade of the white poplars, sharing the peace and serenity of distant fields and meadows, then let your heart say in silence, God rests in reason. And when the storm comes and the mighty wind shakes the forest, and thunder and lightning proclaim the majesty of the sky, then let your heart say in awe, God moves in passion. And since you are a breath in God's sphere and a leaf in God's forest, you too should rest in reason and move in passion. This is from The Prophet, which is one of the books that collection of books I have. The Prophet was 1923, so that was the one. I think the last poem was from The Prophet also, because we keep coming back to that 100 years. I remember talking about it in the last video. But my favorite section of this poem is, for reason ruling alone is a force confining, and passion unattended is a flame that burns to its own destruction. These are lessons I've had to learn since I've started this channel. I've had to find, I won't necessarily say a balance, but I've had to find a working relationship between the mature, I'm starting a business, I need to schedule this stuff, I need to do things in some kind of logical order, versus the, oh my God, this is so great, I need to do this one, and I want to do that poem, and I want to talk about this thing, and I want to talk about that thing, and blah, 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 and just no, ironically, rhyme or reason concerning what I want to do in what order. So I have to take both those, the rhyme or the reason and the passion, and find a way to make them, put them in a working relationship. Because like the poem says, if you honor one guest above the other in your house, you're going to lose one who loses the love of one will lose the faith of both. So if I don't, or if we don't pay attention with some mindfulness and some intent and some forward motion with a parameter to it, then all that passion gets lost in the crazy. We don't have it niched down, and we don't have it zeroed in to a target enough where that we can push forward and we can really get things to happen. I know I've done it so many times where I'm all in. I want to do something and I'm like, go, 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 go. But because I don't have an actual point that I'm going towards or an actual reason for why I'm doing what I'm doing, it burns itself out because it can't self-sustain if there's not some other goal or some other benchmark that we're working towards. So, and I really, really love this. And then the other side of that is analysis paralysis, right? If we reason ourselves to death about why we can do something or we can't do something or how it has to be exactly this certain way and we can't sway from it or move from what our original thought of a goal was, then we shut down and we lose the passion because we've reasoned the passion right out of ourselves. So those are the two things that it's a dance. We don't need to balance them. We need to teach them to dance with each other. So the life work for this one is where are you struggling with this? Because I think at some point, unless you're not even looking at your own passions, that's number one. But if you're working in your passions and you're struggling with this and you're working with your callings, where can you teach them to dance? Where does only one can lead at a time. So if you need passion to lead, where can reason step back and take the back seat for a minute? And then if you need your reason to lead, how can passion dance and learn to follow sometimes what the reason is doing? So where can you take whatever it is you're working on or whatever you're doing, and how can you get them to dance? Let's make reason and passion dance. I love y'all. Thank you for joining me. I can't wait till next time, and keep on rocking.